Yes, it's Grapple Chat. It's time for the review. Oh, I still got the NXT logo on here. How did I not notice that? Some mild overlooking here. All right, there it goes. Now it's perfect. Welcome, everybody. It's Grapple Chat. It is time. I want to know what scores you guys would give to this episode of AEW Dynamite. It is the go-home show for World's End, the very first World's End pay-per-view that AEW is pulling off. It's I'm calling it the go home show because what happens on Rampage and Collision normally doesn't affect the pay per view as much as what happens on Dynamite. They seem to put a lot more I don't know, a lot more gas in the tank, or a lot more resources into telling their stories in a way that really puts them on the road to the pay per view. So that's why I'm calling it go home. I know that there's gonna be other things that happen between here and there, but I feel like this is the most important stop. So in a way, it's wrong. I know. So let's know. Let's find out. What would you guys give this episode of AEW Dynamite? The highest score I will take is a 8.4 out of 10. The lowest score I will take is a 7.0 out of 10. Just to keep it within the range of possibility here, and also just to keep it fair, because there's some people who overly love or overly hate stuff. So I try to keep it right in that nice area where we can mathematically figure out if this was money or if this was too funny. So let's see what you guys got. Let's see. Jay and Portman says 7.5. Ooh, okay. Let me get this. I forgot one thing. 7.5. I forgot my calculator. All right. 7.5. Thank you very much. Legato says 7.5. You got it. You got it. Thank you very much. Ringmaster says 7.5. Thank you, Ringmaster. Let's see. Draco says 7.3. 5592. We got the Panda Paw. 5592. Thank you, Draco. Wait, WB says 7.45. I missed that. WB 7.45. Thank you, WB. I did not miss you. I did not miss it. J Dog says 7.3. Oh, were you in here, J Dog? I didn't say hi to you. I'm sorry. I didn't see. That's my bad. Radio says 7.5592. The Panda Paw. You got it. Thank you, Radio. Drewski says 7.1. Thank you, Drewski. Robert Stone says 7.2. Thank you, Robert Stone. Goki says 7.3. In a row. 7.1, 7.2, 7.3. Do I have a 7.4? Going once? Going twice? Oh, I accidentally put 7.4 instead of 7.3. I got wrapped up in my own joke. All right, I'll just fix it. I'll fix it. Yeah, RJB, you're right, man. It is just an opinion. J Rock says 7.38. 5592. We got the Panda Paw again. Panda Paw. Thank you, J Rock. Wildcard, welcome. You got it. You got it. All right. Any other scores? Speak now or forever hold your score. What do you got? What do you got? 10 seconds left. All right. Time for my score. Panda doesn't normally rate AEW, so we're going to my score. I think the sentiment that we're seeing is that it wasn't a passing show. I don't think anybody gave it a score above a 7.6, I think. Yeah, I think 7.5 was kind of the cutoff. And I don't know how much more I could agree with that. As I was saying all throughout the show, nothing was really wowing about it. Besides the ending. I think they did a good job on the ending, but it was a nice shiny golden capstone on the on a pyramid that's just kind of underwhelming. Like you had a night you have a nice capstone. It's shining in the sunlight, but it's I kind of question if you made the rest of the show not shine as much so that the ending would be captivating. That's a thing that some wrestling shows do. They create touch points that aren't as good as they could be so that your main event can shine. So I wonder if they thought it out like that, or if this was just the result of those angles just not being very well done anyway. Um, some something happened, and I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but it definitely was different. Whoa, yo, the big dog, Christophic. Thank you for subscribing. I probably jump scared a bunch of people on Spotify later. Sorry for the jump scares, guys. You got to be ready. Be on your toes. Um, so in the grand scheme of things, this was an average show, but it's not at a time where they can be average. They need to be above average right now because they're losing market value. They're losing market share in basically every way that a wrestling company can lose market share. They're losing founding members of their promotion. They every member of the elite is gone or every member of the elite is gone by choice or for some other reason. You're losing people behind the scenes running things. Your show is quarter by quarter losing viewers. This was not the time for an average show, and the weird wacky stuff that's being woven into things that should be more serious is deteriorating even the things that could be more solid for this company right now. Uh, with the exception of the devil, even the devil stuff is getting you could hear it in the crowd. You could hear it in the crowd when this devil stuff started. It's like people know that this is the biggest story they have right now, but they don't really like it. It's not really good to them. It's just the most interesting thing that they have right now. So you can feel it and hear it in the crowd. It's like here comes the part we're supposed to care about, but it's really not being very well done. Um, so just overall, this show was from start to finish. Everything had an opportunity to be great tonight, but the execution drug everything down. And then on top of that, it's right before your pay per view. So the importance of pulling things off the right way magnifies when it's not pulled off the right way. So I got to go 7.4 with this. This is not a show I would watch again, not for any portion of it. Nothing inspires me to rewind or rewatch. The beatdown with Edge and Christian, no, I'm not interested to see that again. The main event was just a debacle. It's like you spent so much time with these other matches, and then you just you went you pressed the fast forward button on your most interesting angle. What's the point of that? Um, the all the blue league, gold league stuff. That was probably the best part of the whole show was the Eddie Kingston promo. Not even the match, the promo afterwards. And that's just because Eddie Kingston is so real that it's like no matter how you book him, he's going to bring that tenacity and that realism to everything. So I feel like he saved that segment by just being him, not even because of what was being done there mostly. So yeah, I think 7.4 might even be generous because I don't believe that anybody's buying World's End because of this show, and that's the opposite of what a go home show should do. Your go home show should inspire pay per view buys. I don't think this inspired anyone to buy the pay per view who wasn't going to do that anyway, except for maybe the main event and maybe Eddie Kingston. But that two basically okay to good things does not make a whole 2 hour show a good show, and it doesn't make it a good go home show either. So 7.4 I feel is actually a good score for this. It's not a bad score, but it's just that's not exactly the note that you want to go out on right before you're expecting people to shell out 50, 60 bucks. But we shall see. Let's do the math. Everyone's favorite part, the math. So I'm adding, I'm actually going to put a 7.3 on here because I accidentally overdid one of these scores by 0.1. So that's why I'm putting 7.3, guys. It's not to taint the scores, it's actually to make them perfectly what people said. So it's 88.550712. Could be a bit of both. Yeah, exactly. RGB, I appreciate that. Divided by how many scores? I'm going to say it's probably going to be like 11 or 12. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Divided by 12 equals